The texture on them, how they roll is fine. Yeah, I don't think I'm squishy at all. Like, I would say like wrestling mats tend to be a little bit too soft for like striking and stuff like that. You don't have as much movement. You can kind of dig in. So, but it's all on what you're used to. Like this tile mat right here is the one that I'm used to. So this is the one that I've always used. But I will tell you, like, I was really adamant about having the texture on it. Like some gyms will do this and they won't put a texture on there. And it's like, oh, like they want to prevent mat burn. But I'll tell you, like after about a month when they wear down a little bit, and then you get a group that's all sweaty and moving around on that, good luck. Like, you know, like it's a horrible serve. Like you'll slide across it, like slip and slide, like multiple feet away.
Oof, yeah. And it's not like a cheese grater, but like, I mean, you're going to get mat burn. Like there's no getting around that. So I don't know. I feel like you just kind of get conditioned to it.
Like I said, I think there is a certain kind of condition you get on that. Like you learn not how to drag your feet in a certain way, and you learn not to, no, you just kind of toughen up to it. Like nobody complains of mat burn after the first month.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm going to set up. The YouTube's streaming right now. It's just set up on me. Your voices are still on. I still got to go ahead and get changed. Like I got here and I'm drinking my coffee and all that.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. I think people like yourself are watching in the background right now. Or, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I probably got to hop on a work call in a little while anyways, but I'm just going to have it on in the background because it's nice to pretend I can still train.
Yeah, I feel you on that. At least I get to come in here.
Yeah. I've been making myself work out like every day though. So like just to force myself to have some kind of discipline about it, you know.
That's good. All right. For everybody out there on YouTube land right now, got caught up in a little bit of talking to some of the folks on Zoom. There's gonna be a little bit of a format change coming up next week, but I'm still gonna run the same thing that I'm doing today. Give me a minute though. Like in the terms of this is, well, I guess I could do the workout on this. I was putting on the gi for my own effect right there, but maybe I won't today. Just to prove that even if your street clothes, you get something else, you go ahead and do this. Lord, I've been working out already. Means I gotta put my keys and my coffee down.
Yo, how's it going, fellas?
What's up, Manny?
Hey, long time no see.
Yeah, it's good to hear your voice.
Yeah. I'm about 12 pounds overweight.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I just started a new keto diet though last Monday, so I'm down 2 pounds so far.
Yeah, that's what these classes are about right now. Is like, this isn't going to be as good, obviously, as getting on the mat and training with a partner. And I'm not even saying like your skills are going to a certain way, like your timing and all that. When you're off the mat, when you're not actually sparring with somebody, your timing does go down. Like timing is a large part about this. Your feel, and it's like riding a bike that comes back onto it, but the timing gets a little bit different. You know, we're largely doing this right now to retain some sense of normalcy. Like, you know, if we don't adhere to some routines, it's really easy, I think. Not that I've ever taken huge amounts of downtime from jiu-jitsu, like, you know, some injury-related things, but never really, I'm not really away from mats, but I'm trying to keep up and develop a habit, okay? But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm in my street clothes today because I didn't change in time after I got started talking to folks. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go through the workout right now, the type of workout that I would do in my street clothes right now, which I'm guessing some of you aren't, okay? And those of you who are tuning in, and more of you are tuning in, I'm telling you, next week, and I'll make some announcements, we're gonna change up the format slightly. The class is gonna be much more directed. So instead of just Zoom class with Gumby or Zoom class with Trevor, we're actually gonna have curriculums that we're gonna run through for 4 weeks or so. Okay, 2 classes a week, 4 weeks. We'll make some announcements on that. Some of them will be Zoom only, some will be free like this. I really want to do a self-defense curriculum. I think that's long overdue, and I haven't shown that in regular classes, so I'm excited about that. The schedule will change a little bit. We'll still have lots of free classes for those of you who are tuning into YouTube. That's coming up real shortly. It's actually coming up next week. Okay, so I'll let you know that. Let's go ahead. You can do your workout in your street clothes right now. You can follow along with me if you want to. And then I'm going to go ahead and do some lessons. You can bring the kids along too. See more of you, all right? Or somebody that hasn't done jiu-jitsu before. I'll go through those explanations right now. Because again, it's going to be a bit more of a workout. But we're going to go ahead and start off with our basic routine of 25 jumping jacks, 25 cross countries, 20 air squats. I'm going to make it 25 air squats. I need to build this up for myself. 25 push-ups, 25 in the parachuters, going on to in the middles, 25 ups. Your neck exercises will go down to 20 because unless you're used to it, I know that one was a little bit difficult. And then a few other things on that. But let's go ahead and start off with our jumping jacks. 25 of them. Ready? Got your space? Ready? Ready? Okay, I'm starting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, right? Cross country sweep of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so you can see me. Good. Air squats. Feet shoulder width apart, toes forward. Posture good, shoulders over hips. 25. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. All right. Says next, push-ups. My favorite. Actually, especially since I can't lift weights right now. Capable of it, just don't have any to lift. So push-ups it is, 25. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Parachuters. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Let's screw that one up. In the middles. About 45 seconds to work for this. You know how this works. Big deep breath in through your nose. Come up, dog crunch, hold your exhale slowly through your mouth. Don't hold your breath. You're running air. Come back down. Big deep breath in through your nose. Repeat process. timer to get to it. Okay. All right, good. Let's go 25 ups. Feet way up, hips way up. Really try to launch yourself up and off the ground. Get high, be explosive. Push your feet out a little bit away from yourself. Don't get you stacked on your neck. Keep your chin tucked into your chest. 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. All right, next exercise is, again, we'll go 20 chin to chest, 20 chin to shoulder, 20 ear to each shoulder. Let's go make this rotation without having your head actually touch the mat. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Chin to each shoulder, don't let your head touch the ground, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, oops, 19, 20. Sorry, ear to each shoulder, 20 each side. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, how's your neck feeling right now? Like I said, I can do quite a few of those, but if you're just tuning in, or maybe if you haven't done these recently, okay, those ones might be tough, okay? All right, over the shoulder bridges. You know how this works. Plant your feet close to your body, heel of your foot on the ground, ball of your foot on the ground. We're ground fighters, not because we like being on the ground, but we know how to use the ground, we know how to frame off the ground, and use that for lack of better words, energy. Feel it flow from the ground to your feet, to your knees, to your hips, up and over your collarbone, reaching, working back. Hold that for a breath and then come back down. Let's do that at your own pace right now. Okay. Again, always this connection from the ground to your feet, to your knees, to your hips, up and over your collarbone, arcing over. And go at your own pace. Alternate left and right. Notice as I do this, my arms actually don't touch the ground. Okay, I'm going over the top corner of my shoulder, my collarbone, arcing back. That's if I was to do a back flip back through here. That's if I was to drive through and do the UPA, which you may have the space to do, might not. If you have the space, you can go ahead and drive through the collarbone coming through here. If not, you can go ahead and just do the arcing version right now. This is one of these exercises that I actually do at home to stretch out, to work out my lower back, to get some movement, just because I think it feels good. Maybe now more than ever. I would say Jiu-Jitsu, we tend to emphasize a lot of the front core. You need to work on your back core. Let's say for those of you sheltering in place, those of you working at home, those are sitting in your desks in front of your cams all day long, you're definitely going to want to use some lower back exercises. Okay, let's go stream up. Go back to an ab crunching position, chin, chest, shoulders off the ground, really on the small of your back. Relax your hips so your knees fall apart, pull your toes in so you're leading with your heels. And we'll go ahead, big circle padding inwards. You don't have to go fast, but a little bit of speed, a little bit of momentum makes things a little bit looser, makes this a little bit easier to do. Switch directions, paddle out. It's my hips that are rotating right now, because that's a ball and socket joint. It is not my knees. I'm just simply opening and closing right now. The knees only work 2 directions. Open and close. Switch directions, paddle out. Nice rhythm right here. Might be so fast that the camera can't catch this. Switch directions. Switch directions. Switch directions. Switch directions. Pick up a little bit of speed. Let's go. Paddle out. In. Out. Excellent. All right, a little review from the last class. If you're tuned in Tuesday afternoon, we're gonna go ahead and do a backwards roll. Again, actually we'll start off with the break falls first, okay? Need a little bit of space right now to be able to do these things right now. Remember, when we're falling down, we're looking for 2 main really important things. Number 1, protect your head and neck at all costs, okay? You do not want to take concussive damage when you fall. I'll break anything else if I had to make a choice for my head, okay? Number 2, aside from that, you want to minimize the impact as much as possible. You want to spread it out. All that force landing on one spot, you're going to injure that spot. All that force spread out throughout your body, everything landing at the same time, it'll be a bit better, okay? I'm not saying this doesn't hurt, okay? But you get used to it to a certain extent. We'll just go ahead and practice our break falls from here, practice hitting the ground. When I do this, I'm laying flat on my back, my chin to my chest, holding my head up, my arms come out to here, and I'm gonna go ahead, make a big noise, hitting with my entire arm, palms open, down towards my feet, down towards my knees. Go ahead and keep doing that for me. Again, the direction, the flow, we're going down here. In this motion right here, we're hitting the ground. Whole arm hits right here, kind of in diagonal fashion. Chin tucked in the chest and moving down that way. Make a big noise, okay? You want to hit in that direction because if you spring out, you're going the other way, you increase the chances that you hurt yourself. And I don't like the idea of hitting the whole arm, flowing down. Got it? Good. Now that you've done that, you can go ahead and roll back as we do this, or flop back, okay? Let's just practice the timing right now. We'll roll back, chin tucked into our chest. Roll back nice and easy right now. We'll kind of go ahead and stop. But as we go ahead and roll back, we're practicing. We're going to go ahead and hit like that. Remember, as you roll back on this, keep your knees open, keep your feet apart. You don't want to accidentally hit yourself in the face. Okay? Let's go ahead and do that a few times for me. Okay? If you're novice at this, if you're advanced at this, and your surface allows it, if you're feeling brave, you're feeling froggy about this, keep your chin tucked into your chest. When you fall back, land on your whole back that way. Try to land at one time when we do that. Okay? Do more of those at your pace, at your level. Man, does anybody remember the 80s aerobic show? We used to have the lady who's doing this. I'm going to find a clip of this and post it out. There was like 3 levels of aerobics. I think it was on PBS. I remember watching it as a kid, making fun of it. They had a medium, an easy, and an advanced level of doing this. I have to be doing the advanced level right now, okay? Or a level of the advanced I'm doing from the ground. You work at the level that you're capable of doing. Okay? I think one of the reasons why I made fun of that particular clip or that particular show when I did it with the kids, or when I was a kid watching it, is the people doing it weren't particularly attractive. Those are a certain age, if you remember Body Beat by Kiana, one of those on ESPN. Can't remember what they were doing, but I watched that all the time. Look at the clip of that. All right. One more thing right now, kind of review. We're going to do our backwards rolls. Okay. When we do our backwards rolls, remember that we want to go ahead, protect our head and our neck as much as possible right now. Okay. I don't roll over when I do any of my rolls, forward, backwards, side to side. I never go over my head and my neck. Okay. Bad enough when I do this myself. If you're inverting, spinning, doing all that flippy, new age, jiu-jitsu stuff that people like to do, people are driving in and stacking you, definitely don't want to roll over your head and neck. So I'll go ahead, put my chin into my shoulder right here.
Go ahead, round my back. I'm on my toes. You need a little bit of momentum. We're going to go a straight line. Again, if I'm tucking my chin into my right shoulder, I'm going to go over my left shoulder in this case. I don't go straight back over my head and my neck, although I go straight back on that. That came out wrong. I'm going to go along the line. I'm very protective of my head and my neck, okay? Now, the basic, normal, the one that I want you to advance to is being able to do this, just going over your collarbone and your shoulder. If that's a small target, your basic level, beginner level, is put your arm out. This gives you a longer target right here between your collarbone to your shoulder, all the way to your hand. And you go ahead and just roll back. Okay, come a little bit closer. How much space you have? Again, the advanced version is, we'll do it right here. I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Move my arm out. The really, really advanced version for some of you, this is one of the things you should practice to both sides. Put my chin into my left shoulder. I'm going to go over my right side. There you go. I'll tell you as a coach, when I've taught people doing this, most people will not have too much of an issue doing this to one side, but they'll tend to want to go over to the other side each time. Strongly recommend any technique, any position, anything you drill. Eventually you want to get good at both sides on that. Something that's more important to get good on both sides quickly than others. Things I would consider defensive movements, okay? And we'll consider a break fall a defensive movement. I think you definitely need to work and get better at those at both sides, because on defensive movements, it's implying that you don't have a choice in the matter of which way you're going. You have a little bit less control over the situation. Whereas an offensive move, maybe you do have that choice. A few more. You see, I'm just doing this right now in the space that I can find you right now. Maybe even doing a little bit less space right now. Everything I'm doing, everything I'm discussing, everything I'm showing is really being able to work in a 10 by 10 area right there. Maybe even less. I'm spoiled for space right now. Here at Heroes on the big mat, I think this is a little under 1,500 square feet of just mat space of just me. That's obviously plenty. If I have a partner, that would still be plenty. There's another partner on here, or there's another group on here. Good Lord. There's something about Jiu Jitsu physics. Everybody would probably land on each other, even if it was 4. Anybody that's watching right here that's ever trained in an academy with other people in there knows exactly what I mean. Spatial and distance awareness was always an important part about Jiu Jitsu. It's super important right now when we're talking about staying 6 feet away. We're talking about social distancing. It's like, hey, back off me, bro. All right, let's go ahead and work on some forward rolls. Forward rolls are a little bit more tricky. Let's see if we can do this in the space that we have. Fine. Start off in the same kind of crouching position we had before. Again, when I do my forward rolls, when I do my somersaults, when I do anything right there, again, I never go over my head and my neck. Okay, I never go over my head through my neck. I'm very protective of it. I always kind of pick a side to go ahead and do through. Go ahead, put my chin into my right shoulder in this case. Now, one thing about when I do a forward roll right here, you're gonna see that my one hand goes forward on this. I want my hand touching first, because if I had a choice right now, I'd rather that my hand goes first as opposed to my head. I don't want to be super rigid with this arm though. I'm not trying to stop my fall by posting out this way. Again, force times mass times acceleration, all that to one arm right here. I've seen some very nasty breaks happen to that over the years, okay? So I'm not stiff arming it right now. My arm has some give on it. Think of it more as a shock absorber right now as opposed to being rigid. This will stop you, okay? In fact, I would say the #1 injury that I've seen in martial arts in general is people not falling properly. And what I mean by not falling properly is they try to break their fall in the wrong way. They try to stop themselves. They try to catch themselves. Horrible idea right there. And they're never clean breaks either. I've seen some really nasty ones with that. But if I have a choice between breaking my arm and breaking my neck, it's going to be my arm right there. But it's not, because I'm not rigid with this. I can even start off right there, even kind of touching the mat right now. Now, because I'm tucking my chin into my right shoulder right now, okay, I'm going to go ahead and tuck through and roll through and land with my left hand going in. I'm going to act as my left hand is going into my right pocket when I do this, okay? And I'll go ahead, chin tucked into the chest, I'll roll through. Really, I don't touch the ground at all as I do this, but I'll go ahead and roll through, drive through, and come up, somersault. Again, I have space, I can go ahead and do this all the way, but I want us to be able to do this at very least 10 by 10, if not 6 by 6. See if I can't do this in 6 by 6, right here. See what it's good for. When I say 6x6, meters on the mats I'm staying on right now, these Tommy style mats, they're measured out at 1 meter by 2 meters. Okay, 1 meter wide by 2 meters long. Okay, so essentially I'm going down 2 widths right there, 2 meters right here. I'm starting from one side. I'm going to see if I can't do this roll, just because I'm trying to simulate shelter in place like the rest of you. Hence why I'm in the street clothes today. Not because I got here late drinking coffee and chatted a bit. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do that roll. Watch. Chin goes into my right shoulder, right hand goes out front. It's my break, or I might even start with my hand right here. Left hand goes into my pocket, and I'll go ahead and drive through. Whoa, look at that. Made it into 6 feet right here. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and do that variation. Heck, and if you're instead of sitting back right there, what I can go ahead and do is keep my chin tucked into my right shoulder, and I'll just go ahead and go backwards. 6 feet, okay? Go forward. Ignore that one. Totally ignore that one. Let's try that again. Oh, good Lord. At least this is only going on the internet for potentially millions to see and be recorded forever, as opposed to just happening in the comfort of my academy in front of my students who would be too afraid to laugh at me at this point. Okay, we'll go ahead and go forward and backwards. Over the opposite side, left hand in this case. I need practice as well. Forward and backwards. Side, forward, backwards. Okay, we can go ahead and see how many times we can do that. Space until we get to. Let's go ahead and practicing rolling shoes. Go ahead and practice rolling this right now. Theoretically, since I'm going forward and backwards each side, it should balance out the equilibrium. I shouldn't be getting dizzy on this. Theoretically. Quick breath, hold, get my bearing straight. Let's do this one more time. I'll do this in a different view right now. Forward, backwards. Forward, backwards. Head never touches the ground as I do this. Just going ahead practicing forward and backwards. Now, a game that I sometimes like to play, what we'll explain right now, when you're working with somebody that's just learning roles, I've done this with the kids' classes before that I've taught, in camps that we've done, is if you have a partner, or you can even do this on Zoom if you want to call it out right there. You can just have somebody call out forwards, backwards, or forward left shoulder, forward right shoulder, backwards left side, backwards right side. You go ahead and practice, play around with that, develop that sense of being able to roll through. Have somebody else control and tell you what to do. See how long you can keep that up for. Okay, fun game to play, I swear. Okay, especially with kids. Okay, I'm not going to get into it today. Maybe I will. Let's go ahead and talk about Gumby rolls right now. Okay, because that's just forward and backwards. Okay, we'll keep it forward and backwards. It's simple enough. I think just practicing both sides. What does a Gumby roll look like? Well, if a forward roll goes forward and a backwards roll goes backwards, what direction does a Gumby roll go? Side to side. Side to side. That's a Gumby roll right there. Now, the term Gumby roll doesn't come from Jiu Jitsu, actually. Although in this modern era of Jiu Jitsu, a lot of people do like what they call inverting and berimboloing. They'll put themselves in various situations. But the term Gumby roll and that little drill right there, it's actually a wrestling move. Okay. When they get thrown and they get rolled through on this right there, they're trying to protect their head and their neck and roll through this and come out on top on that right now. That was the original purpose of the Gumby roll right there. Okay. Now, in order to do this Gumby roll, well, we'll do the basic level first. My feet are going to be in front of me. My feet are going to stay in front of me. I'll kind of hunch over right now, tuck my chin into my chest straight down right now. What I'm going to do is roll over my side as I do this. I'm going to roll over my side when I do this one right now. Okay, rolling along here. Now, the basic level is, I can imagine myself when I say rolling along my side. Maybe it's easier, put your hands behind yourself, put your palms up so the backs of your hands are touching the ground right now. I'm gonna roll along this ring, starting from my hand, along my arm, through my shoulder, because my chin's stuck in my chest, along my back to the opposite side, and through. Okay? So I'm rolling through with my arms this way. Here, going through, going through. That's a Grammy roll right there. At least that's an easy way to practice that right now with your hands behind yourself. Okay, so that's a side-to-side motion right there. I think a lot of us have done, many of us have done, maybe it's been a long time, watching this forward and backwards rolls, but those Granby rolls, I've noticed that a smaller percentage of people have done rolls like that. Okay, now that's the basic one as you're learning this right now. When you keep your chin tucked into your chest, and you go through right here, you can roll along the ring of your arm. The more advanced version is you do this with my hands will stay in front of me. After all, when we're doing this in Jiu Jitsu, if you're going ahead and doing this, imagine that you're keeping your hands in front of yourself because I'm making grips and protecting. I'm doing whatever to somebody right now. And yeah, my chin tucks into my chest. Okay, I'm rolling over my collarbone and left. When I make this roll, I'm going to the side. Go ahead, continue with the momentum, and I'll roll to the side. Okay. Now, the medium version of this, I had my hands out in front of me if I did this, right? You could try to go ahead and hold onto your legs so it keeps things intact. Now you go ahead and make the sideways roll, tuck your chin into your chest, hold onto your legs, and then roll through. Okay? Actually, medium level, I actually find that one a little bit harder. Chin tucked into your chest, rolling along back. Keep it through, rolling side to side. See though, I have this line on the ground right now, and I'm just rolling along the line. Okay. Trick is, and the tendency is when you do a Granby roll, I'm not falling back to do this Granby roll. Notice I'm only rolling along the side and do this. You just go back and forth like that. Back and forth. Granby rolls. Back and forth. And forth. Left, left, right, right. Of course, I have a little bit more space than 6x6 on this right now, 12x12. What's the size of a prison cell? I got more space than that to work in right now. But you can go ahead and work your Granby rolls side to side. Keep that chin tucked in, okay? Making sure we go along here in the critical part, and roll on this path. Never our head and neck. My ability to hold my chin to my chest. See why we do all those neck exercises? Okay. Leads to better technique eventually. Not only building up the strength, building up things right there, leads to better techniques. I can go ahead and hold that position well, keep my core intact, and I can go ahead and do the movement I want to do. And that's a grand move. Okay. Now, maybe this replay will be up on YouTube. You can go ahead and replay that again. So now that you have that right there, you can go ahead and work this with your partner, with a friend, with your kids, with your fiance, whoever. Once you've gone ahead and drilled these rolls, you can have somebody call out or have them call out to you. Make this a game, show how well you can. Forward, left, right, or back, and see how well you can respond in the space you have right now. See how long before it throws you off right there. Okay, see how long you can play around with it. Now, for those of us that are watching that are trying to do this with somebody that hasn't done jiu-jitsu, there's that level of, how shall we say, even though it's not competitive right now, like we're kind of guiding folks, like I might try to be tricky, but I'm not going to call out faster in a way that my opponent can respond to, okay? Learning how to be a good training partner is one of the most integral parts of jiu-jitsu, okay? Nobody wants to work with somebody, at least technique-wise, it isn't going to help you out, it isn't going to adjust and work to your level, that doesn't know how to play. So I just call it forward, backwards, left, right, left, right, forward, backwards, up, down, left, right, left, right. No human can keep up with that. I'm being a terrible training partner in that sense. In the same way, if you have somebody you're trying to do a technique and they're sitting there being stiff and resisting every single thing that we do, that's a terrible training partner also, okay? There's ways, even when it's this so-called no-touch distance learning right there, how to be a good training partner, how to work with somebody properly right there, how to call out in a way that they can work with and adjust your level accordingly. Like, you know, it's not only how to play my level right there, it's realizing what the level of my opponent, I won't say opponent, but my partner in this case is, how to work with it. okay? That's one of the things that comes with experience, okay? That I feel very strongly about, that I think that those of you that have been working with me for a while actually have developed that ability to how to work with folks at different levels, how to work with them at a cooperative level, how to kind of teach them and see what they're getting, understand what the root of what they're trying to do right there, understand what they need to work on, and understand it at a competitive level too. If I want them to have a good workout, or screw you, I'm just going to go ahead and annihilate you. Okay. It's a learned process that comes through with time. Okay. It's not rocket science. Okay. I've never said that any of this is, but a lot of this stuff is feel, and it comes with time, and you just have to be patient about that. But yeah, and then it develops, and then you'll have a great time training with anybody you want to train with at that point, at any level. So good drill, something you go ahead and work with anybody. It's right here. This is the type of class that I like running. Okay. A little bit more. What else do I want to talk about today? Hey, since I'm down on the ground, I've always said, just because I'm down on the ground, just because you call jiu-jitsu ground fighting, I don't necessarily want to be on the ground depending on the situation I'm at. Okay. Sometimes I need to get back up off of the ground right here. If I was sitting here, somebody is standing over me, maybe you've seen this in the UFC, or some other situation, a World Star Hip Hop or something like that. Bellator. God, I was going to throw these in there because I know the Bellator. Well, whatever. Okay. We need to know how to get up properly and safely. Okay. I'm going to imagine that the webcam that I'm staring into right now is supposed to be the screen that I've been staring at most of the time. So I'm staring directly at you out there in YouTube land, Zoom land, whatever right there. I'm going to pretend that's an opponent standing over there right there. Okay. So as I'm standing up, or if I have the opportunity to stand up, what's one thing that I don't want to do? I don't want to take my eyes away from my opponent. If I have to come up this way right here, I'm basically inviting you out there in YouTube land to kick me in the rear end as I'm coming up, or worse. I can't take my eyes off you, but I have to get up on my feet. Okay. How do I do that without taking my hands off? Take my eyes away from me. And this is what we're going to do. The name of this technique is either called the technical stand-up or the Gracie get-up. I've heard that one too. So what I'm going to go ahead and do for this is I'm going to go ahead and plant one foot on the ground. My right foot stays on the ground. And I'm going to go ahead and stay back with my left hand. Okay, so this is important. If my right foot is planted on the ground, my left hand goes back. If my left foot is planted on the ground, my right hand goes back. Okay, so opposite arm, opposite leg to each other right there. Okay, which leaves the other set, my left arm, my right leg are going to be forward in this case. Okay, my hand tends to be out here, kind of blocking or ready to catch, more likely blocking. I don't want you kicking me in the face. Always like something in between my head. Again, the main mantra is protect your brain, protect your head. Okay, my leg is out here in front. Maybe I'm giving out these little kind of kicks, or maybe I'm getting this, but really I'm using this. I don't think I'm going to damage you with this. Maybe I could, but I'm using this as my way of standing up. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to be in a position. I'm going to bring my hand and my foot that's planted on the ground a little bit closer. This is comfortable right now. And watch where I'll go ahead, push off. So I'm lifting up my hips, and I'll even kick out just a little bit to help me get up. You can see it from this angle right here, this technical setup right here. My butt's on the ground right now. When I want my butt to come up, a lot of people find it difficult to just come up and push off right here. So I'll just go ahead and push out a little bit. Not so far. I don't want my hips sliding out, but I'm pushing out right now. Keeps people at distance when I do this right here. So my hip and my butt is off the ground. Now that I've done that, I can go ahead, step back with my right hand, or step back with my right foot. So now I'm on both feet, and ta-da, I can stand up, not taking my eyes off of my opponent. So looking out there to you in YouTube land, same thing right here. I'll keep my eyes looking directly in the iris of the camera right now. It's never going to change. Notice that my left foot's connected to the ground, my right hand's connected to the ground. They're close enough so this is easy to do. If I'm way spread out here, this is going to be very difficult to do. So heel kind of comes into my butt, hand is maybe about 6 inches behind my back right here when I do this. My hand is basically in this direct line, more or less for my shoulder, not way out here when I do this. Okay, so it's close. Okay, hands out in front, legs out in front, staring directly into the iris of this camera right now. Push out. Okay, I'll take a step up, and here we go. That's your Gracie get up. That's your technical stand up right there. Okay, very useful skill. if you ever get knocked down to the ground, if you practice break ball, you're still able to compete, fight, or whatever. Boom. So you can get up in a safe fashion there. Okay. Let's try that on the opposite side right now. It's connected. My left hand's connected. My right hand's forward. I'm gonna go ahead. Kick out a little bit with my left foot when I do this. Okay. That allows me to lift my hips up. I'm gonna go take a step up. Boom. Never take my eye off the camera right there, or my phone, or the eyes in my phone, or whatever you want to call it. Right there. Okay. Let's come back over here. Try that again. Looking directly, deeply into the camera right now. Hand in front right there. Okay. Notice, I'm gonna look off the camera right now. I'll do this. When I do this, the positioning of where my hand is and my foot is positioned on the ground. If I'm way too far back out here, good luck. I have no chance of gathering myself up right now. Okay. So I'm forming a better structure, a better framework off the ground by bringing this hand closer to myself right there. My foot comes in a little bit closer to myself right here. Okay. My opposite hand, my opposite leg right here is keeping people at distance. This is my distance right here. Okay. Yeah. Watch her. I'll go ahead. Push out a little bit. My hips are up. Step up. Boom. Your technical stand up, your Gracie get up. This is the way that I would do it if I got knocked down to the ground. Again, here we go. It's all close. Right here. Boom. And up you go. Standing up, your technical stand up, your Gracie get up right there. Okay. Very important part of self-defense right there. Just because we know how to fight off the ground. Hey, if I'm going to fight off the ground, it's going to be a spot that it's my advantage, where I want to be with this. If I don't feel like it's at my advantage, I don't feel safe where we're at right there, guess what? I'm coming back up to my feet. Got no problem with that. Okay. Might even run away if I don't feel all that safe. Okay. Big bad jiu-jitsu instructor running away. The circumstance calls for it. If it's a street fight type situation, sometimes it's all about getting in a place where you feel more comfortable, but feeling a place safer. Okay. I don't always have to be victorious. Sometimes I just need to be safe. Depends on the situation on that. Okay. If you're law enforcement, if you're a bouncer, maybe it's your job, you can't do that. If it's your wife or your husband or whatever, you can't necessarily do that. It's just being by myself. I don't have anything to prove at this point. I'd rather just get away and have everybody safe. Okay. So one more time. Boom, here, sit down. Down, hand in front. Again, a little bit of a kick. Okay. A little bit of a kick, a little bit of a push. You live stream right here because I can't edit myself when I do this, but that is your technical stand right there. Okay. Everybody feeling good right now? Feeling great? Okay. Again, I actually have a plan. I show what I'm going to show on these things. Next week, if you're listening to this right now, we are changing the format a little bit. We're going to have some Zoom-only classes. We'll still have these free YouTube streams if you're watching on that. Zoom classes, we're encouraging more participation, being able to follow through. Some of the Zoom classes will be solo drills. It'll just be one instructor out there like I am right now. Sean will be doing one based off fitness and injury recovery. Some of them will be partner drills. Okay, some will be very specialized. Trevor's class, his specialized Zoom class next week, is going to be all about how to recover off of stack pass. If you've ever tried to stack pass Trevor in here, then you're definitely going to want to tune in and get that information right there because he's very hard to stack. Let's just put it that way. But there's a specific technique on that. It's not just because he's bendy and flexy. It doesn't hurt. Okay. So slight format change coming up next. Okay. So I appreciate you participating in this right now. I'm going to go ahead and go through a bit of the cool down right now. Okay. I'll take a bit of my time with this right now. Okay. As we've done this. Kind of work out. Just keep in mind, I'm trying to stretch out, work out my core, work out my back, things like that. We will go cat and cow stretch. That is shoulders over hands, hips over knees, back nice and parallel to the ground. Big deep breath into your nose, exhale from your mouth. As you inhale through your nose, the cow stretch means you expand your diaphragm down the ground and take in as much air as possible. The cat stretch is the exact opposite. Now I push out through my mouth, I pull my diaphragm in, I'll work from the back. Cow and cow. Now again, notice when I do this, obviously my thighs can't move. I like my hips to be directly over my knees when I do this, so my back's parallel to the ground. But my elbows don't bend either. My hands go directly underneath my shoulders. I keep locked out. only thing that's moving as I do this is really how I'm flexing my spine and my torso one way or the other. Maybe this gives you a better angle when you do a cat-cow stretch. My shirt wasn't hanging down. You can see this a little bit better, but you'll see it in my arms and my legs. Let's turn that into pointer dogs. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Fingertip to go. Reach out, stretch, extend. Hold it here, parallel to your back. Hold it here on the exhale. Don't lose your breath. Go when you there. Come back in. Again, it's always opposite arm, opposite leg. This is left arm, right leg. And see how I'm keeping this basically parallel back. And because I'm a jiu-jitsu guy, I like to kind of practice motion. I tend to go with my heel as opposed to my toe right now. Okay, so I'm leading and making that line between my hand and my heel right here, even though the line I really think about when I do this right there. It's driving in and making my hip, as if I was trying to stop something down the ground, not this motion right here. Just go on your own on the breath, opposite side. Pointer dog. This is also core strength right here, balance. When you do this, and hold right there. For those of you that have this piece of equipment with you, I'll show you this right now. You want to up your difficulty on your pointer dog, Swiss ball or the yoga ball. So you do this off of the yoga ball right now and hold your balance. Really kind of work more on your core, staying on the ball this way. You would think having the support would make this easier, but honestly, I find this version on the Swiss ball to be more difficult. And actually, I don't do this one on the Swiss ball that often, mainly because when I do class, I'm on a Swiss ball to go along. Okay, there's that idea of beginner level of difficulty, advanced level of difficulty. The larger the ball is, I don't even know the larger ball is. That one definitely makes it more difficult. Okay, look, when I have my back injuries, my back actually feels great right now, believe it or not. Doing it off this ball is actually part of my rehab process. Okay, now gonna go ahead. We're gonna challenge everybody out here. Have a personal goal when we do this. My personal goal was being able to touch my toes, working on this flexibility. And even after all that, I'm not quite there yet. Okay, so if you're along here, if you're like me, if you can't do this, I'll go ahead, reach over, bend down, grab my feet the way I wanted to anyways, and I'll go ahead and just kind of lift up my hips as much as I can go right now, stretching out from here. Again, my motto is, I might not be able to do this today, might not be able to do tomorrow, but I'm looking for improvement on this. Okay, as somebody that likes to challenge myself, I'm always trying to find stuff to challenge myself with. Okay, working on this hamstring flexibility, my ability to kind of straighten out, push down this way. That's my challenge at this point. If you're able to just fold over and do this from there, hey, great for you to show off. But I'll show you something else that you might be able to do. Come down to the feet, try it right now. Can you touch both toes? Reaching down, keeping your legs straight. If you can't, that's okay. Just get down as far as you can. It's a little bit better for me right now. Like I said, by the end of this quarantine, which I'm guessing is going to be at least another month, if you're looking at the reports, if you're looking at like the real kind of scientific reports, not any news headlines right there, because they tend to change day by day. But if you go back, you can research the models that they're citing. I think we're in this for another month here in California. I know other states will open up first. We'll see how that goes. Okay. Oddly enough, while I have the hamstrings, I can't touch on both right there. If I was to go ahead and do this, tuck one in on a modified hurdler stretch, where I'm going ahead putting my sole of my foot to my leg, then I can reach down no problem with one side right there. I can even bring both in to a certain extent. This is again known as a hurdler stretch right here. Actually, this isn't known as the hurdler stretch. This is a basic one that most people find easier. And again, here's the odd thing, whereas I couldn't touch my toes going here. Okay, when I do this on one side, it's actually fairly easy for me. But I guess when I do this, I'm kind of twisting out this way, so of course it's going to be easier. Okay, there's a modification on this hurdler stretch Okay, hurlers don't go over the hurdles like this if you watch it. I actually used to do hurdles in high school. Hurler stretch goes back here. Okay, so we can go ahead and do the stretch right now. You can see that my toes are pointed up on my straight leg, my right leg, my left leg, my right leg in this case. I have this at the right angle. This is actually how I would go over a hurdle. Okay, so I'll go ahead and reach over, both hands if I can. Feeling fairly tight today, like just driving through. Feeling that stretch on my hamstring. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and sit back right now. You don't have to go all the way back, but you'll feel the stretch here along the top of your thigh. In some cases, I can go ahead and sit all the way back to this. Try to keep your leg low. If your leg starts rising, you can get the stretch out. But just stretch. I don't want to tear anything. I don't like bouncing anything. I just hold it straight here. When I was younger, I could lay flat on my back doing this. Now keep them leaning back towards the right angle. And now I got to balance that out. Again, something else to work on right now. One side flexibility is better than the other. And toes up, reaching forward, grabbing the foot. I like to do stretches for 20 counts. I'll go back and watch this video and realize that I'm all over the place because I'm talking and a little bit distracted. When I'm less distracted, I'm working by myself. I'm just thinking about it. 20 seconds stretch seems to do well. Try not to round my back, trying to drive through. I'm not trying to stretch my back out. I really am focusing on my hamstrings on this. Shoot, 20 seconds. Back. This is more interesting. The clock's above and behind me right now, so I can't see it. Aside from staring into the screen out there on YouTube, I never have a light shining in my face right now, so this looks better to you. It's hard for me to do. You know, when you stretch, it's constantly using pressure. You never want to bounce on a stretch. Any type of stretch that you do, don't want to bounce. Yeah. Case in point, when we come back in, we're going to do these butterfly stretches, soles of your feet pulled in together. This is the way I like to do it. Okay, go ahead, pull your feet in as comfortable as you go, and your concentration on this time, the first time we do this butterfly stretch, and this is where I'm very flexible on. This isn't too much of an issue. Let's say your legs come here. Just concentrate on getting down as low as you can. So rather than grabbing your feet right here, have your palms on the mat, walk it forward right here. Okay, and try to get as low to the ground as possible. If your head gets down lower, if your head can get down to the ground from this, even better. Keep your feet pressed into each other right here. Don't worry about where your knees are right now. Just first, this is just starting to open up. And keep walking through, walking through, walking through. First version of that butterfly stretch. Some of you might have your knees up. You might be far away. That's okay. This is the first wave opening the center. Breathe deeply as you do this. I'm talking because I have to talk right now. You should be sitting there in silence, concentrating, focus on your breath. Big deep breaths into your nose, exhale through your mouth. Come back up gently. Notice I never bounce on my butterflies. Now I'm going to go ahead and do this again. So this time, I'm going to go ahead and pull my heels in as far as they can go, regardless of movement. So this time I'm really kind of pulling it in. I'm flexible. You can see how far my heels come in. And we'll do the same thing. We'll go ahead and go down. And keep your heels in place. Keep your hands right here. Having the mat give me a little bit of traction, but I've really worked on right now. I might not get lower on this than I did the first time, but the stretch is a little different right now. I'm trying to push my knees down to the ground. I'm trying to keep my heels close to myself. You'll feel this stretch to a greater extent. If you're not that flexible on this, or even if you are, I always advise doing the first one where you get lower first, as opposed to closer first. If that makes sense. This is closer version. Take a deep breath into your nose, exhale through your mouth. Never bounce on this one. Never bounce on the stretch. It's hair thinking. I'll come back up, bring it in. I'm going to go back to my toes one more time. See if there's any change. Oh, I'm closer. Almost there. Gotcha. Again, it's not exactly where I want to be. But it's better. I'm working on this. Couple more seconds. come up and relax. It's part where I always say fix your gi, fix your belts. But I don't really have any gi on there. I do have a belt. These are the belts that I wear. This is just to keep my pants up right here. This was actually made off of a Jiu Jitsu belt, actually. Now, Scotty had gone to Japan, or somebody was doing it in Brazil, and he saw that and liked it. So we made an OTM version on this. So it used to have a sheath over here that says OTM. Actually, I still have another one that does that. The sheath fell off. And when the sheath fell off, I realized this is actually an old KF fighter belt. So I wear this all the time. I actually even wash this sometimes. Haha. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today. Tomorrow's class, as always, Fridays, or at least for tomorrow. Next week, the schedule changes a little bit. We'll be a little more specified. Tomorrow's class is going to be question and answer. So definitely tune in. I'll make sure I'll pay attention to the YouTube channel next time. I got questions from texts. I got questions from the Zoom audience on this. Question and answer, try to stump me. Technical, positional, history-wise, reasoning, thought processes. I'll do it here so I can demonstrate on what I can demonstrate on about techniques. Since I have a Zoom, I might even be able to kind of share screens and pull up videos on this. But that's the focus of tomorrow's class. And then for the heroes out there, Heroes Happy Hour at 6. Come out, chill out with your fellow folks. Let's get the social aspect rolling back to stand. Say hi to your teammates. That's the plan for Friday. And Sean up tonight. Sean up tonight right now. If you want a good workout, if you want a real good workout, tune in to Sean at 6. Until then, love you all. Miss you. See everybody soon.